Hello students, let us start new chapter of center of mass today. First let us understand what is center of mass. Center of mass is defined as the point where whole mass of the body is supposed to be concentrated. Think about this duster, this body. If you want to hold this body at any random point, it will not stay, it will fall. But if you keep searching, finally you will reach a point at which this body can stay. This body can be held. Obviously, we can assume a point at which whole mass of the body is supposed to be kept. That point is called center of mass. The most simple case of center of mass is two particle systems. Let us suppose a body is made of two particles A and B. Position vector of particle A R1, coordinate x1 y1. Position vector of B R2, coordinate x2 y2. And suppose Cm is center of mass of this system. So position vector of center of mass is RCm and coordinate R xcm and ycm. We are going to find value of RCm. Value of RCm is given by this formula. We are going to derive this formula. Let us suppose some external force is applied to the system. Because of that external force, first particle will experience some force and second particle will also experience some force. So because of external force, suppose particle 1 is experiencing force F1 and particle B is experiencing force F2. And because of mutual action, mutual interaction, they are experiencing force F12 and F21. F12 means force on 1 due to 2. And F21 means force on 2 due to 1. I repeat, F1 and F2 are forces acting on bodies of particles A and B because of external force. And F12, F21 are forces acting because of mutual action. You add these two equations. You know that because of mutual action, two forces are equal and opposite. Equal and opposite. So F12 plus F21 becomes 0. Means when you are adding these two equations, sum of these two forces will become 0. Only F1 plus F2 remains. And I have just told that because of external force, particle F1, particle A is experiencing F1 and particle B is experiencing force F2. So F1 plus F2 will become external force. Now see this point. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Mass into acceleration is called force. Newton's second law. Velocity is rate of change of displacement. So in place of V, you can write dr by dt. So F becomes m d2r by dt square. Means this value can be written like this. So in place of dv1 by dt, you can write this m d2 r1 upon dt square, and in place of m2 you can write m2 d2 r2 or dt square. d2 by dt square is common. M1 R1 M2 R2 remains in the bracket. Now multiply and divide by M1 plus M2. And this value is a force, external force. So mass, total mass M1 plus M2, mass into d2 r by dt square is called force. So this is total mass. So obviously this quantity is equivalent to r. I repeat, m d2 r by dt square is force. Force is equal to total mass into this value. So comparing this condition, you can easily conclude that this value is equivalent to r, and this value is called position vector of center of mass. So in place of this value we can write RCM. So RCM becomes M1 R1 M2 R2 upon M1 plus M2. This is center of mass of two particle system. Students, we have calculated center of mass of two particle system in equation 6. Coordinates of these points are already given. In chapter of vectors, you have studied that position vector can be represented in terms of coordinates like this. Therefore, R1 will be x1i plus y1j, R2 will be x2i plus y2j, RCM is equal to xCMi plus yCMj. Now put all these values in equation 6. All values in equation 6. By putting all the values in equation 6, you get this value. Now separate coefficients of x, I and j. Solving this. Now compare coefficients of I and j from both the sides. Here coefficient of I is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 upon m1 plus m2. m1 x1 plus m2 y2 upon m1 plus m2. And here coefficient of I is xcm. So comparing coefficient of I, we get xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 upon m1 plus m2. Similarly, we get value of ycm. Suppose a particle is made of more than two particles. A body is made of more than two particles. In that condition, same way, exactly same way you can write equations, but more terms are added according to number of particles. I suppose you are understanding, students. Let us calculate center of mass of rigid body. It is a rigid body. Rigid body is supposed to be made of large number of particles. So divide the rigid body into large number of particles. Each particle having mass dm. I suppose you are understanding. Position vector of first particle R1, coordinate is x1, y1, z1. Similarly, you think about other particles and keep in mind mass of each particle is taken as dm. We have just derived a formula. RCM is equal to m1 r1, m2 r2, m3 r3 and so on. Here in place of m1, m2, m3 we will write dm, dm, dm and so on. place of masses of particles, we will write dm, dm and so on. This sum will become total mass of the body. So total mass capital M is taken. So in place of this value we can write capital M, and this value can be represented as sigma r dm because similar quantities are repeatedly added. In calculus, this symbol has significance of integration, or this symbol means integration or addition of similar quantities. So this sigma is replaced by symbol of integration. So RCM 1 by m integration of RDM. Coordinates are given. So in terms of coordinate you can write xcm is equal to 1 upon m integration of xdm, and similarly ycm and zcm. Now let us consider a simple example of center of mass of rigid body. The most simple example is straight rod. Let us suppose it is straight rod of mass capital M and length is L. The body can be divided into small elements. One such element is taken as dx at distance x. Element is dx at distance x. Mass per unit length. Total length L, total mass M. So mass per unit length M by L. Length of element is dx. So mass of element will be M by L into dx. And this mass is represented at dm. You have seen in previous articles. This is formula of XCM, position of center of mass along x-axis. There is hardly any variation in y-axis, so we will calculate in terms of x-axis only. Now take value of dm from here. M by L taken out, integration of x dx, limit is varying from 0 to L. 0 to L. This is simple formula of integration. I have already explained in mathematical tools. You might have gone through. So integration of this value x square by 2, upper limit L, lower limit 0. L is put here, so it becomes L square by 2 minus lower limit is put, lower limit is 0. So lower limit becomes 0. Only L square by 2 is left. 1 L is cancelled. So xcm is equal to L by 2. That is center of mass is at midway, at the center of the rod. Center of mass of straight rod is at the center of the rod. Students, half of the portion of center of mass is completed. Few important points are left, small points. I will discuss in next video, and I will discuss some numericals also, and some numericals will be given as homework or assignment. So keep studying, but you are requested to go through the latest syllabus of the council. Reduce syllabus, and accordingly you have to study. All these things are not important for this quarterly examination. Center of mass is not given in quarterly examination. So you will skip this portion till examinations are over, and after that examination you have to study all these things. Best of luck, students.